Good morning and welcome to week 47 of training the miler for the Dragon's Back race 2025. A matter of 3 weeks away. It's taper time. So this is a 5 miler along the Flitch. Did not the first run of the week, did a 5 miles with Jenny and Jane from our club yesterday as well across the trails. Because taper, oh, I love taper. It's all about reducing the working load and gradually by the 1st September feeling like a spring coiled tigger, jumping about, ready to go, ready to roar. So yeah, love tapers. Oh, so love tapers. I've got one more reasonable sized run to do this weekend. I've got to get over to Danbury, do some hilly couple of miles on the feet, and then from there on in, just probably up and down a Flitch, keep ticking over. Love it. So some of this 3 weeks will be a bit of soul searching as well, because a lot of people who enter massive events like this say you've got to keep the why in mind all the time, because that's like your little carrot on a stick 10 yards ahead of you, and it's what keeps you going. Now the difficulty I have is I know how come is because Isabel, my daughter, wanted to do it, and somehow through some Darren Brown mental manipulation thing actually convinced me to do it. I don't know how she managed that, but she did. So that's the how come. The why, I just it's not to prove anything. I've been running for so long, since 21, and all the times when I had big things to prove to myself, I've kind of done that. I know what I'm capable, or was capable, as an athlete, and yeah, I don't need to complete Dragon's Back to say I'm now complete as a person, as a whatever. So I'll share with you after this next interlude where I've come to on the why so far. Yeah, my why is kind of because it's the next logical step. You know, when you're reading a book, you don't question why you turn the page at the bottom of the page. You just turn it because it's the logical next thing to do, isn't it? Because you want to see how the story continues. And I feel like the sense of this story's already written, and the next logical step is to go for this run, then to taper, then to turn up for Dragon's Back. It's all about just coming along, sort of coming along for the ride and seeing what happens. It's not the easiest thing to put into words, but I feel like there's no other choice. The why am I doing it is because it's just what's going to happen. It is the next chapter, the next what will happen over this next month. It's already written. It's just a case of turning up and yeah, seeing what happens. I think I've made that statement on many a run when I set off ultra races. Let's find out what happens. And that's really how it feels. I don't think I can do anything different than I'm going to do during the week. I don't think I can put in any more effort or less effort. It's all written already. And so my why is very hard to put a finger on. It's, I don't know if this is really making any sense. Maybe it's pre-taper craziness, pre-taper insanity. Probably is such a thing. There'll certainly be mid-race insanity where you're picking off shorts that aren't even yours and wearing shorts three sizes too small, and you're about 4 miles in before you realise, because you're in mid-race insanity, and there's some poor soul hunting around for his shorts, and he's got a pair that are about 5 sizes too big. He's tying the elastic up so tight to make him stay on with all his gel pack. I'm sure that's going to happen. Anyway, on that front, I've bought very individualised pegs that I can write my name on. So I'm going to peg all my kit in the drying room with named pegs. That doesn't guarantee someone else won't run off. Not intentionally, ever. It's just mid-race insanity where you don't really know what you're doing and you just know you've got to go at 6 o'clock and you know you've got stuff in the drying room, and at the moment you took those shorts, you thought they were yours, but they turned out not to be. It's that sort of stuff, isn't it? And it won't be just shorts, I'm sure it'll be other stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all that. I'm kind of wondering whether there might be some hallucination bits. Never experienced any during training, even on my big ultras. Maybe that's because I'm better conditioned and they're not long enough. So yeah, we've got some fun to look forward to. That's why, isn't it? For the fun and enjoyment and experience and the adventure. That's enough why, isn't it? It's all the why you want. Hey, do I seem less moany this week? Because I feel less moany. And I think last week I was so worn out from big training blocks. And I think just mentioning the word taper has just put a little spring in my step. And to be fair, 8:05's 8:22 that mile, and I haven't moved above 135 beats a minute. So maybe I'm tapering too early. But I always did say I would really front load the training, and I always had it in mind that August was going to be a nice long taper. And it's going to be 40 miles this week, then 30, then 20, and then possibly none in the week before. Just maybe a bit of hiking. I've got to do my gardening job, so that's something. And hopefully we'll be good to go. Because yeah, feeling at the moment, saw Howard yesterday, did some work on the plantar, which is always good. I'm not going to do any intervals, any striding. I was going to say any fast work, but I mean, I've got a 7:55 at the moment. It's probably a bit too quick for the calves. I'll never do a 7:55 in Dragons, so there's no need, is there? Let's ease it down. Oh, let's ease it down. Yeah. Anyway, I'll do a video this week on what's in my vest. Last week I did a video of the first packing of the overnight bag and the drop bag. I'll have to tweak that a little bit, and I'll do another video when I finalise what I'm going to do. I'm also going to camp out one night and test out the camping kit, get Jenny to serve me up some breakfast, see if what I've got, my knife, fork and spoon and my bowl are big enough to feast up before a day out. And yeah, so this month is all about the logistics, the planning, the bag. I've had to spend a fortune because I had to buy some more lecky poles. Thankfully Sports Shoes gave me my England Athletics discount, probably the most value I've ever taken of that discount. And I had to buy some other stuff as well. Yeah, it's going to be expensive in this last bit. You know when you got somebody's birthday coming up and you think you bought them enough presents, and then you think, no, they're a bit more special than what I bought, and you go out the day before and you just buy loads of random stuff. I've got to stop myself getting into that mindset and thinking, oh, I might need that for Dragons, might need that, because the really good news is that they give you a weight allowance. If they didn't give us a weight allowance, I would be turning up with 2 25 kg bags. I really would. Well, get this. Second, oh, golden Venice, doing horse noises. Second run of the day, and I'm with, you know, earlier on when I put a picture of a daughter up and I said it's her fault. Well, it's not Trina's fault. That was Izzy, the one who's doing Dragon's Back. However, anybody who's doing Dragon's Back race this year, take a look at this boat race, because Trina will be on info point in the tent in camp. So you need any information, want a bit of info about the next day's course, a bit of intel, I don't know what info point do. She'll know everything by then. And I did info point last year, so I'll give her a bit of a steer as to what she needs to know. So that's good. Anyway, we're going to do 5 miles, nice and easy. We're doing 9:35s already though.
Because you fed up with yeah.
Nice and easy, just to get another taper run in.
sponsored by Evian.
Yeah,
Free water
free
bottle.
water from the petrol garage.
Hashtag gifted.
There is a story as why Trina just said that, because we were 2 miles into the run. She said, oh my God, I'm gasping for water, terrible, I need water, water. I said, well, we're going to pass a petrol garage quite near the run, it wouldn't detour too much. So off she went, and she comes out beaming, smiling, said, they just gave it to me for free. And how's that? Great stuff.
It was obviously too sweaty to be in there.
Yeah, I wanted to get you out of the petrol garage really quick. Hey, Friday, day off work gardening. This is Holland on Sea. There we are, just through the area. And going to do an 8 or a 10 mile, see how I feel along the promenade thing. Here's a funny story for this week's. We came over last night to watch Trina came over with us, but we watched the club in the 5k Essex County Championships. And the car park was really full up when we got there at the cycle circuit over there. And so we parked in this park and ride. And we had a little feeling it might shut at 7:30, and we got here at 7:45 after the last race and locked in. So I sent Jenny home with Trina because she came up in her car separately. I've spent the night in my motor because they open up again at 7 o'clock in the morning. Hello, welcome to the last run of this week of taper. Here with Jenny. We're not doing 34 miles today, just 8.3 to the rain train and back. And it was going to be Danbury, but you know what, it's taper, and in Essex, whether you go to Danbury or go along the Flitchway, you're never going to get any decent hills to replicate Wales. So I just thought I'm going to go out and back on the Flitchway instead and just enjoy the sunshine and hope that I've done enough mountain work already. So there you go. Probably won't be much on this last bit because I've waffled on so much earlier on in the week. So I'll just say the usual, thanks for watching, stay healthy and see you next week. Say bye, Jen.
Bye.